Hey guys, this is Alexis Waters and welcome to Literally Not Okay. Okay, wait, let me just shake it off. I like to just shake up. I'm literally wearing these pants that used to fit me and they no longer do. So, but I've been growing a butt, so that makes me feel like I'm achieving something back there.
Yeah, that's impossible for me. I've tried. I tried for so long and I'm convinced that it's genetically impossible for me. So good for you.
No. I will, like, my ass is still very inverted, but like, it's like I have a little bit of bubble butt, like, but that's the best I can do ever.
No, it's better than nothing.
But it was so funny. I was literally like in such a weird, depressed mood yesterday. Like I was listening to like all like Halo by Beyonce and like all this stuff. And then like today I woke up in the best mood ever. I don't know what that means. Like I'm not okay ever.
It just like means that you're mentally unstable, which is good. It's always good to recognize your feelings and your thoughts. I mean, what are you dressed up as?
As anxiety. Did you see Inside Out too?
Okay, so like as like a true anxiety girly and an empath, I've like never told anyone this. I'm like afraid to watch those movies because like I feel like they're going to like make me feel too deeply and like I just like can't do it. Like I know they're for kids, but like I'm afraid to watch them because I feel like they're gonna make me sad.
No, I cried the entire like anytime anxiety was up, I cried. But they're the best kind. I'm telling you, you should try it. Do it. It feels so good. Like Inside Out. Anytime I'm going through like a depressive episode, like I throw on Inside Out and I feel so much better. Or Inside Out 1 and 2 were so good. Hence why I am.
Well, I knew you were someone from Inside Out, but I was like, I'm going to have to be honest with her and like tell her that like I've never seen it.
No, you have.
Because I'm so mentally ill that I'm afraid to watch a children's movie.
I love how you said I'm mentally unstable. Like my fiance is so mentally stable. So it like makes me like question who I am a lot. And I'm like, it's just not that simple, Tyler.
That's the key. Matt, my partner, is like that as well. And sometimes he's like, well, then just change it. Just stop doing that. And I'm like, yeah, so like that's actually like so not helpful. But thank you so much.
As I was leaving the house, I have this like little OCD voice. Like I think this is a normal thing. Like, oh, did I shut off the curling iron? But like I have to go check. Yeah. And he's like, and I was like running late and I was like, no, baby, like I just have to, he's like, I will shut it off. I'm like, okay, good. Like, but like I needed him to, it's psychotic. Okay, well.
Save it on their phone so that they can like look at it later.
And I think there's curling irons that actually just like shut off. For people like me. Like, so I got to get one of those. Okay. Thank you so much for coming on though today. We didn't start yet, right? Okay. Here we go. Okay. Today I am joined by wellness, fashion, beauty, and lifestyle influencer, YouTube superstar. Let's welcome the beautiful and hilarious Lauren Elizabeth.
Wow, that is an intro. I am also wearing the anxiety costume that you're wearing. It just is my everyday look.
No, you look so beautiful. Thank you so much for coming on. We already were chatting a little bit about like anxiety, being mentally unstable. So I'm so glad you're here. I actually was like in a YouTube deep dive of you yesterday. And I just love I love your vibe. I love what you're doing. So I'm so glad to have you on. And before we get into anything, I'm literally not okay today because I'm wearing pants that like my vagina is eating them right now. Like I have a full blown camel toe, and this turtleneck. I think anytime I wear turtlenecks, like I get very claustrophobic. Like
it's just really tight.
Yeah, it's really tight. Like I got a small, thinking that I could still do it, but I am a full blown medium. But this was the only size available, and I had to do it for the plot, you know. And
That's
also.
Looks great.
Sorry, a lot of literally not okays today on my end. Also, I have been having like really intense lesbian sex dreams.
Ooh, that's fun.
I know, it actually is fun, but it's been with Brianna Chicken Fry.
Oh my God. Tell me you're like scrolling on TikTok before you go to bed without telling me you're scrolling on TikTok before you go to bed.
I know, but like I've been having, like I had like 2 lesbian sex streams back to back. One with Tanya Morgo, the girl from the Canceled podcast. Is that her name? Tanya?
Oh, no, Tana Mojo. I was like, what? I was like, Tanya like Tana? Good.
But last night was Brianna Chicken Fry, and like it was like a really intense visual one. And maybe that's...
I'm sure if it's enjoyable. And, you know, she deserves it right now. She's going through a lot.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And like...
She's literally not okay.
No, she's literally not okay. Maybe like that's why I woke up in a good mood, because I had a lesbian sex dream with Brianna Chicken Fry. There's a lot wrong with me. And I keep losing my ring in my sex dreams with these girls.
I don't even want to like.
I know. Let's just
subconsciously. If I were you, I would roll that up in a ball, shoot it in a hoop, and walk away.
I don't know if that dream is trying to tell me something, like with my real life. But yeah, I've been having really intense lesbian sex dreams. But like I've always thought, like, I'm strictly dickly over here, but it's just funny. Like, and it's fun to have once in a while. I can't be the only straight girl having lesbian sex dreams, right?
It's like the probably like most common.
Okay.
Like, I think most like straight girls like watching like lesbian porn, or like it's like I just feel like it's like a very like common thing that wasn't super talked about until like the recent years, and now everyone's like, oh, okay, so like everyone does that.
Okay, good. That makes me feel. Thank you, Lauren Elizabeth, for keeping me sane, because you know sometimes that's why I need you. And then literally not okay. I was in such a happy, like, funny mood this morning. And then I like went to go on Instagram to take a picture of myself because I look so cute. And I want to unsubscribe from all the Diddy information that is coming out. Like, I no longer want to know what is going on, because it really affects me. And then like it affects my mood. Like, I want to unsubscribe.
It makes me
sick.
Like, it's like not even like celebrity gossip, like salacious tea. It's like genuinely, I'm like, because I just saw it too, like while I was drying my hair, and I was like, oh, like no, like stop, like
I know. And you can't, like, it's like everywhere. Like, I mean, Diddy was such a big figure that, like, I don't want to know about like any of these. Like, it was like a 10-year-old boy that they were just talking about. I'm like, no. Like, I don't want to. How do I subscribe? Did we see the same thing?
Probably. We probably saw it. No, it was probably the same Instagram.
It is so sad and so disgusting, but I want to be unsubscribed from all the Diddy information.
Like, I want justice to be served, but I also, like, as a mother, I can't see that.
No.
I can't see it. I can't look. I'm an empath. I can't look at it. I can't take that on.
I think I'm an empath too. Or I think I'm just a people pleaser. Is that kind of the same thing? No.
I mean, it's definitely like falls into a similar category, but I think people pleasing is actually a little bit more toxic, and I fall into both categories.
Okay, Laura Elizabeth, so many people follow you and love you because how authentic you are, how real you are, how raw you are. And with that being said, why are you literally not okay today?
Okay. I am literally not okay today because I did something so stupid, and it's like, I don't know if you can relate to this, like to a T, but like, okay. Do you ever like take Adderall and then you're like, I hate it and I don't like it and I'm not going to take it. And then a couple months go by and you're like, you know what I really should do today? Like, I should take my Vyvanse. Like, I have a lot to do. Like, I should get it done. And so you just think, you know what? Fuck it. Like, let's do it. You pop it in, you feel good for like an hour. And now I'm literally not okay. I'm like, if I don't get all my energy out, like with Alexis on this podcast, like my day is fucking ruined because I'm already not okay. So drugs is literally why I'm not okay. What the fuck?
No.
Self-inflicted harm.
I know. And it's so hard because like I did the same thing last year. I was like, okay, I'm not going to take Vyvanse anymore. Like, I'm going to just try to do all these natural remedies. And like, I was still not productive. Like, nothing is top tier. Like Vyvanse and Adderall is like the top tier of getting shit done. Don't you think?
Yeah. I mean, it really is. And
it really is.
Especially someone that has ADHD. Like, if you're someone that's using it and like doesn't actually have it, it's very different than like someone that like has it, but it's also like, I have ADHD and anxiety. So it's like after a certain point, it like the other thing comes in and it's like, it's almost like not worth it.
I know.
And you have to like figure out like the natural ways to do it. And I know this.
I know.
Everyone's moon. I'm like, what if and here I am. So dumb.
No, I literally keep a vape in my purse just in case. Like, I haven't been vaping for a very long time, but I just keep it in my purse just for safety reasons. But like,
no, that's like a serious. I've been trying to figure out like what that is.
Yeah.
Of like, you have to have it on Like,
no,
you have to have like things in your purse, like just in case, like the snack, like maybe like a little CBD, like my meds. Like I have like everything has to be there just in case.
No. When I tell you, like,
okay.
I got my car broken into and my entire Vyvanse bottle was in there. Like, I didn't even care about the credit cards or anything. Like, I cared about the Vyvanse. Because no, but I do the same thing. Like I'm taking Vyvanse just like as a normal girly these days, like here and there, if I really need to be productive.
To come down. It's like, just like, I don't even take a lot. And obviously I rarely take it.
Yeah.
And like, I'm like, technically like fine. Like, but in the moment, I'm just like, I want it to be over.
I know.
Like, I'm done. Like, be completely worn off now. And it's like noon. It's like,
no, but my Vyvanse lasts hours. But then I also do stand up at night. So like I need something to keep me going. Yeah. But it is a love-hate relationship because I love getting shit done, but I also don't like the anxiety, the overthinking, the overanalyzing. Like our brain should not be like normally like that.
Well, I mean, sometimes my ADHD is so bad, I take a Vyvanse, I could take a nap. Because it's just like,
I swear to God, that some days I could take like a 50 milligram and be completely like pass out and be completely fine.
Yeah. Yeah, like literally like energy drink, coffee, snooze. Like, what is
I know. That's I was just reading about something about that. Like a lot of people take Vyvanse and like completely pass out. I'm like, that those people are
it's on TikTok. I am chronically online. So I'm also like literally not okay because like I spend too much time on the internet and I always like try to say like, oh, but it's like for work. Like,
yeah, I know. Yesterday I was like, I cannot be on social media. Like I feel like I'll be on it for, it's getting bad too. Like I've noticed like I catch myself and I'm like, what the hell am I doing? Like I've been on my phone for hours.
It's the muscle memory for me. It's like, okay, I'm done. And then all of a sudden Instagram's back up. And I'm like, what the fuck?
I know.
Like,
how did we get here? That's why
it's literally these fingers. They have a mind of their own.
No, but I mean, I'm trying to be better. Like I went to the park the other day and I grounded myself. Like I put my feet.
Okay. So like when you go to a park and you don't have a child, it's kind of giving weird vibes.
When I tell you all the people there were with children or had dogs and it was just me and my feet.
Like, I'm all for touching grass, but like I just feel like don't go to the park.
No, I know. I don't know where to get land around here. I don't have my backyard is filled with rocks. So I was like, to the park we go. And I feel like it did help, but I did feel like a lot of people were judging me. Like these parents were like, what is this creepy lady
they're
doing
probably
here?
like, where, like what's next? Like who's she waiting for? Is she waiting for a dog? Is she waiting for a child?
Friend.
Is she waiting with a child? Like,
and even like I went dead alone, so which is even more creepier.
Exactly.
I'm always trying to like have a better balance in life, but like it's like grounding and but like I mean you gotta I try to see social media as like research and development.
100% market research.
And then how would I have my lesbian sex dream if I wasn't creepily stalking Brianna and Zach? What's his name?
Zach Bryan.
Is Zach Bryan? Okay. So I'm a Jersey girl. I just moved to Texas and like I'm into the country music now, but like I've never really gotten to Zach Bryan. Like, but everybody tells me he's like amazing as a country singer.
The way I tell you that, like I was like I am obsessed with his music. Obviously, I'm not obsessed with him, but like I'm a big country music girl, and like I've been liking Zach Bryan before everyone else liked Zach Bryan, and which is just like I'm not like that. Like I'm not like a big like music cool person, so like I have to like really like take the W on that one.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's really just gone and blown it for the girls out here. But,
and he's gone and blown it with Brianna Chicken Fry.
Well, yeah, I mean, like I can't support him knowing that like I want to support her.
I know. And like in the dream too, she was like, oh my God, actually, never mind. Okay, but anyway, so
have boundaries, and for that, we stand.
Yeah. Okay, I'm having a visual. Sorry. Lauren, so you are a woman of many talents. You're running a multifaceted business, all while being a mother. By the way, congratulations. That's so exciting. I'm going to be right behind you.
You think? Wink, wink.
Yeah, we'll see. I have days. I have my days, and then I have my days where I don't. Like, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so excited to have kids, and then I don't.
Yeah.
Sorry, my anxiety headband is falling off. But how are you able to balance it all, and how do you stay sane as a working mother? I know.
Well, let me tell you, there's no like, I feel like everything is like pregnancy and then baby. And it's nothing about here's how to be postpartum and then here's how to like be a person again. Like no one like talks about that as much. Obviously with social media now, like people are starting to share more and realize it and like talk about it. But it's just like, I don't know. I think if you're someone that always like wants to be a mom, like I always have grown up like wanting to be a mom, you just think it's going to be like so easy because you want it. And like, even though you want it, it still is so challenging. And I just think it's like it's a mind fuck because it's like, wait, what? Whoa, I thought I was going to just like nail this and it'd be like so easy peasy lemon squeezy. And it's just like not. Unfortunately, especially when you're someone that like has anxiety and like has ADHD and like all of a sudden you're like running a household and like all this shit. It's like, wait, what? I'm like, I'm an adult. Like, that's crazy. Like, I'm like calling my mom. Like, what do I do? And then I realized like I'm someone's mom. Like, what the fuck? But like you just like figure it out.
Yeah.
And you also like have to just like reprioritize everything. So it's like, for instance, like I had a podcast and that was like one thing that like didn't bring me as much joy as like the other things in work. So I was like, see ya, like,
yeah,
see, you're done. And then I was like, okay, but now you have to figure out how to make more money because that paid for things, which is also like, that's like such a bummer. Like having to think about saving money for her to go to college one day when like all you want to do is go shopping. Oh, such a bummer. Like so annoying. I can't, like, you don't even get me started. I'm like, oh my God, I want a new couch. And then I'm like, but my daughter has to go to college.
Yeah, shit. Fuck, forgot about you.
Yeah, so like, unfortunately, like when you're someone that's addicted to buying things like I am, you have to be a working mom because you have to make money to continue your shopping addiction. Yeah. And then also to like be a role model for your kid. But then you go back and forth, you know, it's like, you're never doing like, you can never win, right? No. Like to be a perfect mom. And I saw this girl on fucking TikTok today. She was like, I had ended up having to go to therapy because my mom was so good and so perfect and so amazing. And I want to be her. And like, I'm not as good as my mom. And I was like, so I can't win. Yeah. I'm like, God, like I would love for my daughter to get on TikTok one day and be like, my mom is so amazing. Like,
she will, Lauren Elizabeth. She will.
Hey, ooh, ooh. But no, I mean, listen, like there's no like secret sauce. The secret sauce is just like staying fucking sane.
Yeah.
And I think the true thing that people don't talk about enough is like, everyone likes to say like, it takes a village, it takes a village. And it's like, well, yeah, duh. But we don't have that anymore because everyone's on their fucking phones. No one like knocks on their neighbor's door.
No.
In real life, everyone's connecting on the phone and like no texting your friend's not going to help you take care of your child.
No.
Even if they, you know, it might talk you off the ledge for a second. But that's why it's like your partner is so important. Like that was like the first huge revelation that I had was just like, oh, thank fucking God.
Yeah.
Like I could have ended up like, you know, I've been in love before and like I could have ended up having a baby with an ex. And I was like, thank you, Jesus, for like waiting with me. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, you're in it and it's nasty. Postpartum is dark. It is so bad. And when I see some of this shit online, people be like, I asked my husband if he could babysit. Divorce. Like, what?
Wait,
like, no.
Oh my God. The fact that like sorry, my brain stopped at when you said like your exes, like you didn't have a baby with them. Like if I ever married my high school, like when I was with my high school boyfriend, when I tell you, I thought we were going to get married. Like it was like, he's like a drug dealer now. I still get my drugs from him when I go home, but you know, like it just.
So that's like good though for like the shopping addiction part, but not as good for like.
But so you lucked out with the partner and like, but when you're like doing your work and being a mother, like I feel like that's like I don't even have a child and I can't take care of myself.
Well, so the thing that people like try to like demean you as a woman, not to get like feminist, because like I don't really identify with like anything too hardcore. I just kind of like love to like lay in bed. But I like what people also is like they like demean your work, right? So it's like especially if you're like an influencer, or you do anything creative that's like anything fun-ish.
Yeah,
like girly, it's like not a real job, air quotes.
I know.
So then it's like I went into it being like, well, of course I have an easy job. I have a girl job. I can do all of it. I should be able to do all of it. so fucking far from the truth. I was drowning until I discovered daycare.
No, I'm telling you, like, I can't even imagine, like, when I am with my nieces for 2 hours, like, the last thing I can do is, like, be creative for my job or, like, edit or, you know, like, well,
the editing too, people forget that we have to, like, actually physically, like, edit these things.
Yeah.
Like, it's, like, appear on Instagram. And, like, I edit all my own YouTube videos. I was editing my own podcast. Like, I edit everything because that's how I started my career. And so it's like, now she's like crawling and she sees a computer and she's like, thinks it's a toy. And she's like, and I'm like, you don't know how to use Final Cut Pro. Like, get out of here. Like, not today. And so it's like, you literally can't get anything done. And then also, like, you don't want to be like a non-present parent. Like, just have I would realize I was like buried in my phone, like just making sure she didn't die. And I'm like, I should be like playing with her, or like someone else should be playing with her. Like
someone's paying attention. Yeah.
You have to fucking pay for the help because, like, it's 2024. Like, not everyone has a fucking village.
But it's also for you to be the best mother you can be. Like, you need to be your best self. You need to be happy. You need to be doing what you love. So you just need to find that balance, right? Like,
exactly. And people say that, and I think it's easier said than done. But, like, when you actually, like, because you want to be able to be like, no, I got this. And then once you realize you're, like, actually not being your best self and, like, not filling up your cup, and, like, then you're like, you realize, like, wait, it actually is just as important. It's not being selfish. Because I think the mom guilt is, like, low key in the back of your head. Like, no, it's selfish. Like, come on, you can do it. And then you have to come to terms with the fact that, like, the balance and, like, the boundaries and all that shit you see on TikTok is true.
Yeah.
Like it's true.
Like, even, like, I was, like, emptying the dishwasher yesterday. Like, after a long day of editing, like, and then just doing this. And, like, I always have the thoughts, like, how am I going to have a child one day? Like, that is always, like, a reoccurring thought, because reoccurring thought. I'm just always, like, I feel like I just get overwhelmed, like, with just what I'm in my life right now. So I can't even imagine, like emptying the dishwasher. Okay, let's try that again. Emptying the dishwasher was like the end of the world last night. And I was just like, oh my God, like, how am I going to, like, basic chores and necessities that I need to do in life, like, feel like too much.
This is what I'm saying too. Like, this is why the partner thing matters, right?
Yes.
Because someone has to watch the kid and someone has to empty the dishwasher. Like, you should not, just because you're a woman, have to do both things at the same time.
I'm telling you,
like, shouldn't.
No, my brain.
Like, dishwasher.
My brain just, like, full-blown malfunctioned. I'm so sorry.
Raise your hands. Are you having a stroke? That's what I was doing.
I just went to the emergency room and I got a CAT scan, and I'm not having a stroke, so we're good. But I think it's just a mess up here. But we'll save that for another day. So I realized, like, being in my 30s too, I am obsessed with self-care. Like, I need it in order to survive. Like, in my 20s, I feel like I did self-care here and there, but, like, now it's like, I would, like, take a Neutrogena wipe and put it on my face, and that was, like, my form of self-care. But, like, other than that, I feel like, and I always drank water. That's a big thing for me. Like, I was always a big water drinker. I'm Alexis Waters. They don't call me Alexis Waters for nothing. Okay. Anyways, so, but self-care is such a non-negotiable for me. And I wanted to know, like, how you, oh my God, my brain just malfunctioned again. Let's just wait. Okay. Let's just stop for a second. No, but isn't it crazy? Like, being in your 20s and then being in your 30s, like, the forms of self-care are just so opposite, but, like, it's just like, you need to be involved.
In your 20s, it's like, you'll be prettier and, like, maybe, like, nicer if you do self-care. And in your 30s, it's like, if you do self-care, like, you'll stay alive.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, we're not playing around anymore. But the only thing I'm curious is, like, if now, like, people in their 20s have, like, an advantage, because, like, self-care wasn't as cool when we were.
I know.
But now it is. So, like, are they going to be, like, superhumans by the time they're our age? And, like, we're just, like, behind. You know what I mean?
I know.
It has to be like that, because, like, we're parenting different ways than our parents parented because of all this influx of information and change. So I'm like, well, that's fucking unfair. But also, like, your 20s is, like, for fucking up and figuring it out. And, like, your 30s is for this. You know?
No, but I know. I was hanging out with this 21-year-old girl, and she was, like, eating those Symbiotica packets. Yeah. like vitamin C. She had glutathione. And I was like, I was taking packets of Molly and cocaine. Like, what is going on when I was 21, you know?
Exactly. Because it's just like a different, because like now like everyone's scrolling and seeing like all this stuff. But it's like, then once you're a mom, it's like no longer like glamorous.
Yeah. No, I know.
Like,
I know.
Like vital and essential. And I think that like the thing, since I'm an influencer, I feel like there's a difference between glamorizing it and romanticizing it. And I feel like you can still romanticize your life and taking care of yourself when you're a mom. It doesn't all have to be like, woe is me. Being a mom is so fucking hard. I hate my life. Like, there's a time and place for both. And like, as much as it's like you're freaking out, like doing the dishes, like how am I going to have a kid one day? It's like, once it happens, it just all kind of changes and you figure out a whole new system.
And I feel like I am a champion and I do adjust to certain situations really easily.
You're totally gonna adjust. So you're going to look back and you're going to be like, I can't believe I was worried about like unloading the fucking dishwasher.
Yeah,
like,
I know. That was
my left toe now.
I know. I sometimes like I just say things and I don't know what I'm saying, but like that's why I have a podcast. But you know what I mean? Like sometimes I just scared because I feel like I'm reaching that age. And then like my mother-in-law texted me yesterday. She was like, she sends me like pictures of like baby things and I'm like, I'm not there yet, like one step at a time. And then that's why I think the thought in my head, like she messaged me and then I was unloading the dishwasher, like really struggling. Like, I don't want to fucking be doing this right now.
There's a lot going on in here for you. Always. And it's a little bit of babies and a little bit of Brianna chicken fry.
I know. Okay. What? Okay. Anyways, so back to self-care. What is your like favorite form of self-care and what's your least favorite form of self-care?
I mean, least favorite's so easy. I'm getting better at it though. It's working out just because it's like the heart of the things, you know? Like I like wanted so bad for it to not be true. I wanted endorphins to not be real. I didn't want to have to do it. I'm like a naturally like thin person. So I was like, like I love being horizontal. Like I don't need to go to the gym. And then one day I wake up and I'm like, my lower back, I think I'm gonna like fracture my spine. I was like, I like actually like have to go work on my core so that I can stand up straight. Like, what the fuck? Wait. Like, this is 30. This is 30.
I know. No.
It's favorite. Like, but you feel good halfway through and after. So it's like not technically like I don't hate it because like I'm logical enough to know that like I feel fucking awesome. And then after I do it, I'm like, yeah, you bitches could never. Like, you will. You wish.
No, you need muscle. You need muscle in order to survive.
My daughter's like 20 pounds and she broke my vagina. Oh my God. Wait till you hear about the pelvic floor. You're in for a treat. You're in for a treat. My vagina almost broke in half. Okay.
What's a pelvic floor? Like, I know it. I know I have one, but like, how did she broke it?
So it's like you can't break your pelvic floor, but you can like severely like hurt it, I guess. And so it's like a muscle. Like you have to like
strengthen that. Yeah.
I did none of that. Like I got pregnant and I was like Dunkin' Donuts, Domino's, like literally Jimmy John. Like my boyfriend's always like, oh my God, I miss when you were pregnant. We would just like order like Domino's on like a Wednesday afternoon. And now I'm like, ew, no, absolutely not. But like I was like feral. Because that's who I am at my core, a disgusting human being. And so self-care is a lot of work for me because it doesn't come naturally. Anyway, pelvic floor, Domino's pizza. It is like, you know, when you like go pee and you like relax like those muscles.
Yeah.
Like the urethra, but like kind of like when you like sit down on a toilet, like that's like all internally is like your pelvic floor. So like all those muscles get like fucked up from like being pregnant and like having a baby. And so I ripped my vagina. Well, please, I didn't rip my vagina. My daughter ripped my vagina so badly that I had to go to pelvic floor physical therapy, like doctor orders. I had to like she would like literally like have her hand in my vagina and like feel like where it was like really like swollen and like not like the labia, like farther up, you know, like you're surpassing like a level. And she like, and it would have felt like you getting a massage, like on a knot, like a muscle, like in your back, like how you have a knot. Like I had knots in my pelvic floor.
Stop.
And I rebuild it. Then insurance stopped covering it. And I was like, well, fuck this. So now I just go to the gym. So like, those are like my least favorite parts of self-care. But having to have like strong muscles so that I can like have another baby. And then also my daughter weighs 20 pounds. My arms look fucking amazing. I could have walked in the Victoria's Secret fashion show with my arm. But like below my chest, like nothing is happening. Like there's no ounce of muscle. And so we're in our strength era, both vagina strength and lower, because it affects your lower back. Brittany Mahomes fractured her spine, her lower back, because pelvic floor was so weak. She ended up like working out and the core, it was so unstable, she fractured her spine.
Okay, so lesson learned, make sure my vagina is right and tight and not strong. I need a strong pelvic floor. So like
pelvic floor.
Like right now I'm flexing the pelvic floor.
So that's so like the Kegel, you know.
Yeah, I'm doing the Kegel. I think I'm doing the Kegel.
So after birth, it's like already like, and so it was more so about like relaxing it.
Yeah.
So
I like doing a Kegel. Kegel on the penis, you know what I mean? But yeah, so
that's a power move.
Yeah, that's a power move. That's probably how I'll get pregnant. But my least favorite form of self-care, and I know it's really fucked up, but like I hate brushing my teeth. I do it, but like I hate it.
Oh my God, I
hate it.
Hate brushing my teeth.
More than
I hate it. It is so important, and I'm getting very into oral care, but it's because I fucking hate it.
No. When I tell you, I go to the dentist at least every 3 months just so they can do it. And like, I know that like I do it every day, but like the entire time I can't wait for it to get done. Like, I'm like, fuck this shit. I hate it so much. Like I think you're supposed to do it like for 2 minutes. I probably do it for like 45, 20.
You hate it more the nighttime brush or the morning brush? Like, which one do you hate more?
I think both, but like mainly I want my breath to smell good before I like go out for the day. So I kind of can do the morning, but night, I kind of can't wait to get it over with.
I hate the nighttime.
It's just so boring.
What if I wanted sweet treat? Like, what if I'm not ready to brush my teeth yet? What if I'm getting tired? I don't like, it's just like, it doesn't fit in my schedule seamlessly. I hate spit. I think it's disgusting. I think the sink is gross.
I know. I'm not a big, like, but I'm obsessed with teeth. It's weird. Like I have an obsession with having white teeth, but I also hate taking care of them. Like I do it, but like I don't, it's not an enjoyable process for me. I just got a water spicker, I think it's called, a water picker.
Oh, did I? I just fucking done it last week. And I did a TikTok, like, daily vlog. And, you know, I'm putting everything in my cart like some aesthetic bitch. And I get a text from my boyfriend. He's like, why the fuck did you spend like $100 on oral care at Target? And I was like, how do you know that? Like, I use my own credit card. I was like, what? And he's like, your Instagram. I was like, fuck.
Oh, shit. I know. Fuck.
But I got a nice one. I did.
You can't get away with anything these days. No, but I'm telling you, I got the oral thing in the shower just so I could do it in the shower. So I'm doing 2 things at once. I don't know. Smart. Yeah, I do it in the shower. What is it called?
Water floss.
Oh, yeah. What did I call it? An oral? I said it was an oral flicker. Anyways.
Well, I know exactly what you were saying.
Okay, yeah. So you pick up what I'm putting down.
Then what's your favorite self-care?
I love working out. I also like tongue scraping. I know. Don't judge me. I actually do.
Like tongue scraping, but you don't like brushing your teeth.
I do. I like a good tongue scraper.
I do that. I love a tongue scraper.
I like a tongue. I hate brushing my teeth. But I like working out. I actually really enjoy water. I know that sounds like basic, but I've always have. I don't know.
You meant like submerging your body in water. I was like, what?
Oh, no. Well, I do the cold plunge too, but I actually hate that too. But I try to do it because I've been dealing with chronic pain. I don't know if you have too.
Yeah, I have in the past.
Yeah. So it's just, so you understand.
It's really
mentally draining.
It's mentally draining, but then it's also like frustrating when you realize like your mental has a lot to do with it.
I know.
Like unless you have like an injury, obviously, but like the more like I tried to figure it out and the more like you like take care of your mind and your body, and then you realize that it's like gets better. It's like, wait, what? I'm like, so it is psychological a little bit. Like it pissed me off because I'm like, what I'm feeling is real.
I know.
Like don't tell me it's like coming from my head, you know?
I know.
So it's definitely mentally draining in a sense of like feeling like no one gets it. Like no,
I'm about to cry. No, I'm telling you, anybody that has dealt with chronic pain, like DM me, message me, because I'm your girl. Like I was like mentally unstable for a year, and like I was going to all these doctors and they were just like telling me everything was fine. Like my blood work was fine. I was just having really bad pain in my chest. And like, Yeah, but it was my boobs. I got them out, put new ones back in, but I still have it. So maybe it is a psychological thing now, and I like just.
I don't like to say like it's just psychological because I just feel like I've been told that so many times and it's so like demeaning and like diminishing.
No,
like, your head. But it definitely is like,
but if you're
one of those annoying things.
If I keep saying I have chest pain, like that's something in my mind that I can just like, it's going over and over that like I am creating it, like it still exists in my mind. So maybe if I like don't talk about it, then I'll be fine. But yeah, chronic pain survivor girly over here. I'm getting better though. My therapist told me to say, I'm getting better every day in every way.
Every day in every way.
But, what is something also like you do that's good for your mental health? I'm trying to think another one of mine's favorite forms of self-care.
So like my favorite, like my like super specific, like niche, actual sanity saving thing. And I think that this is just a mom thing because my mom friends relate is like what, like after bedtime.
Yeah.
Like that is like the only time. Because like your child's in the house, they're safe. They're like in the room next door, but like they're not waking up in an hour. Like they're like, it's not like nap time where it's like, okay, like, you have an hour and a half to get like every single thing done with two hands that you can like go. Like it is like, oh my God, like it's like you're home from work. Like it's like you're finally like off the clock. So it's like once bedtime's over. So like after like 7 p.m., like my toxic trait is like I get into bed at 7 p.m. Because I'm like, I love being in bed. I take my like all my supplements. I do my like little lymphatic massage. I do my light mask. I like sit on my phone. I like, it's just like me time. And so it's almost like my favorite self-care thing is like actual me time. Because like during the day, it's like you always feel like you should be doing something else.
Yeah.
And like, I should be working. I should get up. I should go work out. But like after 7 p.m., it's like, no, this is like the time. Like this is allowed. Like you're chilling. The only thing that comes into play is like, then it's like, like your boyfriend wants to hang out with you. So like, and I'm kind of like, oh, like, is there football on? Like, do you want to go downstairs? Like, do you need me for something? And then I'm like thinking, I'm like, okay, I should probably have sex with you. So what time are we going to make that work? So things get a little when you're trying to like, have a good, healthy relationship. But
no, it's so hard. Cause like it's like when you move in with somebody, like you have to realize like they're always going to be there.
It's crazy.
It's like
crazy.
This weekend, I was like, God, I just wish I lived alone. Like, I mean, I love my fiance, but like this weekend was one of those weekends where I just wanted to be alone in bed and just like not speak. And he was very chatty this weekend. And that is like a very rare thing.
The worst when it doesn't line up.
Yeah. I'm like, no, like he was in this chatty mood. He wanted to like make all these plans. And like, I was like, no. I just like want to zone out and disassociate right now.
Well, you're a people pleaser, so like, don't you feel guilty then?
Yeah, and then I was like, okay, like we'll figure out what hotel. Like, I like that was the last thing I wanted to do.
I feel like my boyfriend, like, if he was listening to this, he'd be like, you get annoyed living with me. I get fucking annoyed living with you. So like, it's fair. Like, no. I definitely. It's like my mess isn't messy, but like his mess is messy and like vice versa. Like, you know what I mean? He's like, you're so messy. I'm like, what are you talking about?
No, I am 90% the problem with Tyler 24/7. Like Tyler is
I'm the problem.
No, I'm always the problem. Like I know that. Like, and I always like thank God that Tyler deals with me on a daily basis.
Well, that's why it's like so annoying being in a healthy relationship because I'm just like not everything's your fault. Like I'm not right all the time. Like I have to like actually like take accountability and like communicate. I'm like, well, fuck. I just like wanted to like go to bed angry. God forbid. So annoying.
I know. And like I always creep on Tyler's phone to see like if he's ever like, whatever. And he is always watching golf videos. Like that is the only thing he watches. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it's like there's like that little toxic side of you that's like, what if I just like, and then he's like literally like looking at like how to make like mac and cheese ball in the shape of a golf ball. And I'm like, okay, well, that's.
I know, because I feel like being in toxic relationships in the past, I've just like have that in me that like you never know, and being cheated on. So like I've just always had that side of me that like you never know. You don't know.
Yeah. That's like part of the self-care is like, like you're doing it so you can be the best partner, so I can be the best mom.
Yes.
And then communicating it too, like also like makes me feel good because I'm like, I'm putting myself first as someone that's like been in toxic relationships and never puts myself first. It's like, hey, like I actually like need this time, or like I need your help, or like this is how I'm feeling. Like actually like communicating it and like apparently sharing what my needs are. Like my therapist told me that I should do that. And it's like a form of self-care.
I'm really trying. I just started therapy. It's like $250 for one session. I'm like, damn. And like it's so expensive, but I think I like her. I think she's like 85, but like I fuck with her, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, she said it's a vibe, but like I feel like we don't have like that strong of a vibe yet. I don't know if she listens to the podcast actually.
Few sessions, because like I like switched. My therapist like dumped me because I moved, so she like was like, "This is illegal. I can't practice in your state." And I was like, "I feel like you're being dramatic, but okay." And I got a new therapist, and like I just like. I didn't vibe with her and I ghosted her. I did. And I just feel like there's a time and place for ghosting them. My psychiatrist made me feel really bad about it. She's like, don't you think you like shouldn't be like avoiding your things? Like maybe you should like da-da-da. And I was like, okay, well, I'm about to ghost you, motherfucker. Like not you like holding me accountable for my action.
I love how I keep touching my boobs, but so like, wait, also there was this one thing that you said in one of your videos that like stuck out to me. I don't know if you learned it in therapy, but it was like, stick with the plan, not with your mood.
Okay. So like, I wish that I could say that I learned that in therapy, but I learned it on TikTok. Okay. Like I'm chronically online. And when I heard it, I was like,
it stuck with me.
Right? It's like the most genius thing. Cause that's like it, like sometimes you just have like those light bulb moments. And when I heard it was like this random guy, and it's like, we hate all men, but sometimes they're good for something. He said, stick to the plan, not the mood. And I was like, wait, whoa, like I almost like realized like how good I am at making excuses for myself and like leaning into the bad mood and just being like, it's almost like I got to like such a therapized place of like, feel your feelings. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be anxious. And then it's like, you almost like lean so hard into that you like excuse all this bad behavior.
I know.
And it's like, wait, fuck, like you're only hurting yourself. And so it's like, yeah, like, of course you don't feel like working out. Why would you feel like working out? Like you don't like love working out, but like stick to the plan, not your mood. Like,
I know. Go. I loved it.
And it's like working. It's crazy.
I know. Once you said it when I was watching, like I got up and I like got things done. Like it was weird.
It's like, of course you don't feel like doing things that like you're supposed to do all the time. But like, especially like once you're a parent, like you don't really get a choice. Like,
yeah.
Like you have to like stick to the plan, not the mood. And that's not to say like you can't have a bad day or like you can't like, rot sometimes or make a mistake, whatever. It's not like, hey, like let's be perfect all the time. Cause like that's another toxic trait of mine is I'm like extremely hard on myself.
Same.
But it's also like it's like everything's black and white. So it's like just stick to the plan.
No, I think that's an ADHD thing. I had Aurora Copo on my podcast and she was saying that like I think beating yourself up is definitely an ADHD trait. Cause like I do that all the time and I'm really trying to not do it, but it's so hard. But okay, before we go, I want to know, I think you said your toxic trait was laying in bed after 7 p.m. What else? What's another good one?
Okay, so obviously like laying in bed is like pretty toxic. Like I could like sit here 4 days.
Your bed looks comfortable though.
It's fabulous. I love it.
You have to send me the info on the sheets and stuff because
I'm a bed like connoisseur. Okay,
I feel you.
Okay, my toxic trait. Okay, I think that like lately I've been noticing that it's almost like I want to be the victim. Like I like realize it's like I need to like stop the victim mentality. And I think that's like #growth. Like realizing in these situations of like, why are you like trying so hard? Like what is the goal here? Like, what are you trying to get from this? And like a lot of times, like you can actually just like ask for it instead of playing the victim and just like be an adult. Like, does that make sense?
No, I swear to God, yesterday, I was like, I feel like I always play like just it's weird situations though. Like I just feel like I act like kind of like a babe, not a baby, but like I'm not a 31-year-old woman. Like even just with Tyler, I'm like, you don't love me anymore. Like I always say that. Like you don't love me anymore.
Like, why are you saying that? Right? Yeah. It's like you're saying that because you need love in that moment. So like, why not instead of saying it like that way, like just say it in like a more like productive, like meaningful way, so that it doesn't make you like a stupid little fucking bitch.
I know, and then I do no, but I do this thing. I don't know. It's like I just need constant reassurance and constant affirmation, like that I'm doing okay. I don't know. Maybe if I didn't, like, maybe I didn't get that when I was younger because my mom was always partying and like didn't care about her children.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I feel like when you said that, like the first thing that I thought of was like, oh, it's like you need like the nurturing and coddling that you didn't get when you were younger.
No.
And like as an adult. So like that's like a deep like toxic trait of like victim mentality, like woe is me, like my life is so hard. And it's like, yeah, of course, like sometimes we're allowed to have feelings, but like sometimes it's like,
it's
like,
not that serious.
like,
Get over it.
Like, but then also like another toxic trait of mine is like I'm like chronically self-aware, like almost to the point too much.
So like anybody that will say anything to me, it's like, oh no, I already know that. Like I will know.
I've already told myself that 5 times. Like I'm already thinking of what you could say next, and like I always say, like you hate me, like I hate myself more, motherfucker.
No.
Like,
even when I do stand up, like, and I get off, like, and my comedian friends will give me advice. Like, I'm like, no, I already know. Like, I fucking rush. I fucking, like, it's like, don't fucking tell me. I already fucking know.
Like,
I don't want to hear it.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
But last but not least, my toxic trait is that I believe everything Orlando Bloom says. Oh my God, not Orlando Bloom. What's his name? The Disney character man that was on That's So Raven. He's been doing all these interviews online and like talking about like Diddy and like all this stuff.
Oh,
the woosha. The wooshka.
Oh my God, it just came to me. And then
Orlando Brown. Oh. Okay, yeah.
I was like, there's something that you're saying that's right. I don't know which part it is. I couldn't put my, I hope my phone's listening right now because this is not across my desk.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm telling you, he's been talking about like, I mean, I don't want to know any more of the Diddy situation, but he talks about like the celebrities and like, I believe, like that's my toxic trait. I believe everything this man says. He said, you watch it, he says the wooshka.
Cuckoo though now.
What?
Isn't he a little cuckoo though?
Yes, but that's what I mean. That's my toxic trait that I believe everything this man says. He was on That's So Raven and then like he's doing the wooshka.
He's been crazy ever since.
Yeah. But I mean, takes one to know one. Look at me right now. Like, life is better crazy, baby. Okay. Lauren, Elizabeth, thank you so much for coming on Literally Not Okay. Where can everybody follow you? And if you have anything going on that you would like to mention, my hair is a mess right now.
Thank you so much. You look absolutely fabulous. I'm so glad that I finally came on the podcast. And obviously, Lauren Elizabeth on everything, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. We're launching, I have a home decor line. So if you're like into that, we're restocking things very soon for the holidays. And then we're also launching Suburban Mom. It's my new clothing line. So if you're not a mom though, there's still gonna be stuff for you. Like the sweatpants are like expertly curated. They don't say anything about being a mom on them, but you're gonna need them. If you are a mom, you'll get fun stuff like this, farm to table moms, because as Alexis would say,
it's an anxiety thing. It makes me feel safe touching my tatas.
100%. But like also like the chest pain is kind of like now.
Yeah, it's
a lot
like
going on here for you. Anyway, Lauren Elizabeth on anything. I'm so glad. Hopefully you'll have me back sometime.
Oh my God, you were the best. Well, that's all, folks. Oh my God. And there you have it. Thank you guys so much for listening. And if you have anything that you are literally not okay with this week, put them in the comments. It'll come back to me. But thank you so much.
Right when we hang up.
I know.
Thank you so much.
Did you have fun? Do you think that I should have a podcast?
I think you absolutely should have a podcast. I'm so proud of myself that I didn't take on your accent during the podcast, because it's like another toxic trait is that like I'll start talking how you talk.
Wait, was I talk? Like, do I talk? Like,
was I talk? Like, yeah, motherfucker, you have an accent. I have a horrible Midwest accent. It's so ugly.
But where are you now, by the way?
Illinois, Chicago.
Thank you guys so much for listening to the Literally Not Okay podcast. Make sure to follow, like, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and follow Literally Not Okay podcast on Instagram and the TikTok. See you guys next Wednesday.